What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. Welcome back to the podcast. We missed you guys, right?
Yes, we did.
it was a few weeks away. Judah's still not back, so he'll be back next week. But we got, as you can see, we've got Dennis here. And so we're gonna now. If Dennis is here, the content's gonna be really good today. But anyway, excited to have the first episode of 2024.
Yep.
And as you know, with January comes
Transfer.
That's right. So we're going to talk about some of the results that have happened and where the table is right now, but also some of the transfers that have happened. And yeah, there's football is the gift that keeps on giving, right? So
That's
we're going
right.
to talk about all the things about the beautiful game. So anyway, you're listening to What the Football. Let's get into it. Okay, Dennis. Happy New Year. What are you gonna say?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. We're here talking about football, but I feel like you're wearing the wrong jerseys.
Oh man.
What's going on here?
I don't know actually. I didn't think much. Just took some jersey out and just got India cricket jersey. Yeah. I hope Indians we get into football because of me.
Because of this man, India. This man.
We are doing good job actually.
Oh really? Okay.
It's just that politics is there.
Okay.
We got pretty good players.
Oh,
Soon.
Yeah. And is the football jersey blue as well?
Yeah.
Like this? Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good color. I've always liked that about the Indian jersey. The color is a nice color.
That's totally a thing. We're good at.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into all of that stuff. But we're here to talk about football.
Yes, that's right.
So let's
So
talk.
sorry about it.
It's okay. Let's get into it. The Premier League table looks a little bit different than what it did right before Christmas break.
Yeah.
We'll talk about some of the key things that have
Mhm.
happened, but the biggest thing is that Liverpool is now on top.
Yeah, not for
And-
long. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I mean, so Mohamed Salah is on his tournament.
Yeah, he's going to AFCON.
Yeah, so they really look up to him because he's the one who scores and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And when he's gone, like even the coach was saying, like, I hope they get out in the group stage itself, and he really wish that they get out soon as possible.
I didn't know he said that.
So
I'm guessing he was joking. I hope he is.
but yeah, so yeah, and if they stay as long, they're gonna fall. I mean, they're gonna lose a lot of points.
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, actually, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same feeling because it feels like he really does a lot of the work for them,
Mhm.
especially in terms of goals.
Yeah.
Not to say that they don't have the capability to score without him, but when he's there, like there's like almost like a guarantee,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's that sort of a thing. It's very difficult to contain him, I feel like, and I mean, I think he's just one of the best wingers in the Premier League.
True. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think they can replace him.
Oh yeah,
So it's
Very
gonna
difficult.
it's gonna take a while for
Yeah.
them to replace a player like Salah.
yeah.
So yeah, so that's the thing. And tell me about Arsenal. Like I'm just I don't know what's happening. Are they back to the like last season or?
Well, it's back to last season, but that's come a little early, thankfully. So now they can continue on winning. No, it's just the thing is, look, I mean, it's happened to City as well.
Mhm.
They've kind of like dropped some points early on, and now they're starting to get back into the momentum. I think this was going to happen to Arsenal at some point, regardless.
Mhm.
And I'm happy it's happened this early instead of later in the season. I am frustrated though at losing at home because they should not have lost at home.
Yeah.
And that's not to say West Ham isn't doing a good job.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, they're doing a pretty good job, and so I just felt like the the West Ham game was one where like we should have scored and we should have done better. The Fulham game was really really disappointing because we were. I think that's the only match so far this season where we dropped points and we were not the better team in
Mm.
other areas of the game. And so that should be something where the whole team should look at and go, okay, we don't want that again. But also, it's concerning to me because Arsenal, I feel like, has been very wasteful. They've been very wasteful with chances because they create all these chances,
True.
but
Yeah.
then nobody scores,
That's right. Yeah.
And so I just feel like it's just one of those things where like that bad patch had to come at some point, and it did.
Mm.
Now they just need to shake it off and move on because I think the team has it in themselves to bounce back and
Yeah.
get wins. I think a lot of people are saying Arsenal need a striker. I don't think that personally. I think the ones that are playing just need to switch their game up a little bit, just try different things. Maybe some matches Eddie needs to start and Jesus just
Mm.
needs to be on the bench,
Mhm.
something like that. Or if there's, somebody available in the market that's better, then we just, sell one of the players and
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
other striker in. But I do feel like we have the talent in the squad to be able to do better. It's just that they're just lacking. The thing is, I don't know what they're lacking. I feel like they're lacking the confidence to
Confidence.
finish
Yeah.
because if you watch the matches, like they take a lot of touches inside the opposition box, and they shouldn't be doing it inside the penalty box. They shouldn't be doing that. Like if you're in there, if there's
They need
tons
to
of
finish
players
him.
here,
Yeah.
just shoot
Finish
it.
him. Yeah.
Just try to shoot it, try to score, do something. But instead, they try to get all cute and they try to like, get like, oh, the right pass.
Fancy.
Yeah. And I'm like, don't do that, guys. Like, once you're in that box, just try to hit it. Like, make sure it goes, to the back of the net. That's it. But anyway, but yeah, I think bottom line, this was bound to happen at some point. I'm glad it's happened. Um, I don't think the title race is that closed as it was last year.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or last season. And so now it's about them just bouncing back and trying to get as many wins as possible and just hope that other teams drop the points.
But speaking of teams, City is coming back. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they are coming back, and guess who's back?
Who's back?
The one and only. Let me speak. Let me speak.
Oh yeah, let me talk.
So he's back. So I believe they're gonna go up. And they are, and from that team, no one's leaving for the tournaments.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that's an advantage for them, and
So that'll be one to watch to see if City can continue because they got a good winning momentum after the Club World Cup, right?
Yes. So that's a bonus for them.
Yeah.
And are they gonna buy anyone? No, yeah.
I don't know, but
They might sell someone, right?
they might, yeah. We'll talk about that when we talk about transfers a little bit. 'Cause that's one of the players actually we forgot to include, but yeah. We'll talk about that.
And then Nottingham Forest.
Oh yeah, Nottingham Forest. So okay, before we talk about Nottingham Forest, though, I don't want to talk about Manchester United because we're talking about Manchester clubs. So Manchester United, I feel like they're the weirdest team in the Premier League.
Oh man, I agree. I agree. Like man, it's so weird. Like they come up and then they go down.
Yeah.
They come up, they go down.
They win the matches you don't expect them to.
True.
And the matches you actually expect them to win, they go and they lose them. Like they were trailing 2-0 at home against Villa, and everybody was like, "Oh, they're gonna lose this," and then they come back and they win 3-2.
Oh man, that's Yeah, I feel it's luck, I think. Is it?
Could
I
be.
mean,
You could
and
call
then
that, yeah.
again they lost 2-0.
2-1, yeah.
2-1, sorry.
To Nottingham Forest, actually.
Yeah, and I just feel it's luck because the manager tactics are not working out and
Mm,
something's happened right now. That's
yeah,
each game is something's happening. So yeah, I hope to see what's gonna be like in the end.
yeah.
So
Well, off the pitch, they've had the 25%
oh yeah.
takeover of I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos Group,
Hmm.
and so it I fully being honest, I don't know all the details of that, but I do feel like that their kind of involvement is going to be more with the football side of things.
Hmm.
Um, which I mean, obviously Manchester United is football, but but like they're going to be a bit more involved and like making some decisions and stuff. So I think the club's in kind of like a weird limbo stage where like players, manager, like all those folks don't know, okay, what's gonna happen? Like, are we gonna keep our jobs? I'm sure
Yeah.
Ten Hag has that in his mind as well. Like, if results don't go
Mm.
any better, like, what does he do? All that sort of stuff. But anyway, that's like off the pitch. That's something that's happening with them
Mm.
as well. So see what happens.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Nottingham Forest match, Nottingham Forest seemed like a totally different side with Nuno. He's back from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that's so sad. I mean, like, he got sacked and he's back.
Yep.
I hope he does good job with the team now.
Well,
With
it seems like it.
Yeah.
It's some of that's maybe just the new manager sort of
Mm.
energy that comes, when the new manager
Yeah,
comes in
yeah.
and everything. The team's like, oh, try to perform well and everything. And so some of it feels like that. But let's see in a few matches. We'll see. I think Arsenal play them next. I think that's them, or maybe it's somebody else. I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
let's
will
see.
see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's the Premier League. Transfer news. You mentioned transfers and you mentioned City.
City, yeah.
I'm guessing you're talking about Calvin Phillips.
Yes.
That's what do you think's gonna happen?
He said he wants to move, right? In
It seems
January.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good for him. Like, he's a good player and he needs more time.
Yep.
So it's good for him. Yeah. And
He's still young.
yeah, he's still young and he has won last season.
Yeah, he's won like everything.
Yeah,
And he's just been on the bench.
so it's so much better than the person who's going to LAFC.
We'll talk about that in a minute. That's very bad, Dennis. But anyway, keep going.
So he has achieved something. So he should be happy with City.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
hey, whether you're on the bench or whether you're, in the starting 11
Yeah.
or whatever, like it's cool that you still can say, that you've won the
True.
trophies with it. And yeah, so like, good for Calvin Phillips. Probably a good time for him to move on because he's like, okay, now I won stuff, now I can play.
So yeah, and who else?
Well, I mean, from City, I think that's the
That's
major
it, yeah.
transfer, right?
Yep.
But the player you just mentioned is Hugo Lloris from Tottenham. He's there for 11 years
11 years without any.
without any word.
I hope he gets some an LFC
Guess what?
trophies. Oh man, that's so sad.
It's crazy. Huh? 11 years. He was there with them for 11 years. He made it, I think, to one of the Champions League.
friendly games he won.
No,
They-
the Champions League final. He made it to the Champions
Yeah.
League final, right? The one.
But they
that they
recently won
lost.
something with friendly game and they won a trophy. I mean,
Oh, they did. I have
but
no
never
idea.
mind. Yeah. And yeah,
So he's moved to LAFC. I
Yeah.
think it's like a 1-year contract with an option for an extension or something like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's like not a long contract. But good for him to be able to move to
True.
the States for a bit
Yes.
and enjoy a different league and a different environment.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it's a good experience for him.
of course, it's Messi's league. It's Messi's
It's
league.
Messi's league.
So
That's what people know it by now.
So he's gonna have fun for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. And I mean, LAFC, I think they've got some good players right
Mm-hmm.
on the squad. So Bale used to play there, I
Yeah.
think, until what, last season?
Yeah. And then he got retired.
Then he retired. That's crazy, man.
I hope.
That's crazy.
I hope.
Gareth Bale has retired. That's just something to think about. He's no longer playing.
Too early, actually. Yeah. It
I
was
mean,
too
yeah,
early.
but the thing is, but if you know that like your body, is kind of done, you're mentally you don't feel like you're in it. It's a good thing to just call it quits and just move on, move to
Mm.
better stuff. But anyway, we talked about Lloris. Next on the list is Jaden Sancho.
I'm actually happy for him. Like at least he's going somewhere he used to be the best.
True, yeah,
So and but I was really surprised that he's going for loan without buying.
yeah. That's
So option, no buying option.
yep.
So which means they want United want the player. Ex.
I think it's because he hasn't been playing, so the market value is really low. And so if they were to sell him, they'd be selling him
For
on a much
loan,
lower
yeah.
market value than what they actually value him
Yeah,
at.
yeah. Okay, now it makes
But
sense.
yeah, so that I think it's because of that. It's like, hey, don't buy him yet.
Mhm.
We'll create some deal after that or something. And depends on him too. Maybe he wants to go back to Dortmund, or maybe he'll go back to Dortmund and then feel like, oh, I need to go somewhere else.
Mhm. Speaking of loan, there's some other crazy deal happened. Uh, it happened, yeah. It's a done deal, yeah.
I think
And
so, yeah. But before that, though, just to wrap up the Sancho thing, um, do you feel like after that he'll just completely move away from United?
for sure, I mean,
Like, what if
he's
the manager gets sacked?
um, I don't know if it's his league.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
uh, he wasn't able to play a good job in league. I mean, he got a lot of opportunity and
Mm-hmm.
he couldn't prove. I feel it's not his league. Uh, I feel it's good for him to stay in Tottenham, German league, and
You mean Dortmund?
Dor-
It sounded like you said Tottenham. I'm like, what?
so if he stays there, I think it'll be good for him.
Yeah,
Or
it's a familiar league for
yeah,
him.
or playing for Barcelona.
Hey, that might be something. I
So
wondered if it'd be good for him to go to Arsenal as well, because Arsenal, I feel like, do need some kind of like some sort of attacking reinforcement, and I felt like maybe he could play. But then the thing is, we have other players on the bench as well that were not playing regularly. So I'm like, maybe not. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what happens. A lot can happen within the next, I don't know, 5-6 months or whatever. So see what happens in this loan. But now you're wanting to talk about a player
yeah,
it seems to be a done deal. And I don't think we've heard the official news. We haven't heard the official news about Sancho either. But anyway, who's returning to the Premier League,
you
Dennis?
tell me. You tell me. I think we should call Judah.
He'll be happy to see him. So Timo Werner is coming back. I think from Red Bull Leipzig.
Yeah.
He's coming back to the Premier League. He's coming to Tottenham for a season-long loan, which is, I feel like that's weird, because is he not doing well at Leipzig?
I have no idea. Yeah, but why he's coming back?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? I mean,
I
okay.
don't know. Maybe he wants to try again, see like, was it me or was it Chelsea? I don't know. Was it because there's the whole thing about the Chelsea like striker curse, like when they get a number 9 or
Yeah, yeah.
something, they don't do well,
True,
and
true.
so it's a whole thing.
Man, I hope if he changes, man, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna
scores a
be
hat trick
crazy.
against
Oh,
Chelsea.
I can't wait
They
for
have
that.
to play Chelsea again, right? I
Hmm.
think so. So let's see if he scores a hat trick. That'd be funny. Anyway, but that's another transfer
Hmm.
that's
Yeah. So I
happening.
feel it's because of uh replacement of Sun.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true. So a lot of the transfers that happen, if you don't know this, a lot of transfers that happen in January these days, it's well, I said these days, I don't know how long back this goes, but um Premier League teams and other teams in other leagues as well, they're impacted by AFCON and the Asian Cup, AFC Asian Cup that happens around this time.
Hmm.
And so that means that those players from those countries end up going to play for their nations,
Yep.
and then yeah, they come back as the tournament ends or as they get knocked out. So yeah, you're right. This could be a reinforcement for Son, who's gonna be gone for a bit.
Yep.
And depending on how well his team and his country does, he'll be gone for a bit. So let's see. But yeah, that's you're right. So and that brings us to the next thing we want to talk about is that AFCON and AFC Asian Cup are kicking off actually this coming weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be exciting.
Yep. Uh, I'm I'm gonna support for Nigeria.
Oh really?
Yeah, Judah.
Nice.
I think
Yeah.
they have pretty good players.
Well, they got two of the best, two of some of the best strikers in the
Yeah,
in all of Europe right now,
true.
and they're firing. So
So I'm open. They
yeah,
can win.
yeah. Let's see. Let's see. It'll be a good tournament, and same for the Asian Cup. Let's see who wins it. Maybe Son's gonna lift the trophy, or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But that'll be exciting as
Yeah, it
well, and
is.
it's a cool opportunity for all the players to play for their countries
Yep.
other than the World Cup
Mhm.
tournaments. And I think the Euro matches are happening this summer, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be coming up as well. Anyway, but that's that. Let's talk about some of the other things that are happening. I want to go to La Liga for a minute. Where's Barcelona in La Liga right now?
It's we're just building up. A lot of
Uh,
things happening.
Can't sign any players.
Yeah. I mean, we just got a new player. And just started playing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He got a chance and he missed. But it's okay.
He's young,
Yeah,
right?
he's
He's a
young.
young
So
teenager. Yeah.
luckily we won the match. Oof, my God.
Okay. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Barcelona though. I just was asking that to set us up to talk about the table in La Liga.
Let's not. I don't want to talk.
No, no,
You
no.
can talk.
No, but we do need to talk about the team that's doing surprisingly well
Yeah.
that nobody knew about until this season, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's Girona,
True.
and they're second, and I think they're tied with Real
Real
Madrid,
Madrid,
right,
yeah.
on points. And so we found out an interesting sort of detail about Girona, and that was that the president of the board at Girona is Pep Guardiola's brother. I don't know how you say his first name, but it's he's a Guardiola.
No wonder. That's why.
Yeah, so that's one
They
thing.
play so good. I mean, they won with Barcelona. Like, I mean, 2-4.
Well, so here's another thing. So the City Football Group is one of the major owners of the club.
Oh,
So they got winning DNA. They've got winning foundations.
brotherly love.
Brotherly love. So Pep's probably calling in, giving some tactical
Tactics,
advice,
yeah.
both from the family side and the company side.
Man, wow.
Maybe not. That's we
That's
don't know.
crazy, man. Oh.
But yeah, so it seems like the City Football Group is really
Mhm.
trying to get the winning mentality in these other teams, and so Girona is one of them.
So good. Like,
Yeah.
actually, they're playing really good. Man, the confidence the players have is
Yeah,
so good.
yeah.
Like, I'm so impressed. I mean,
And these are all none of these. I don't think these are all players who people know much about. These are all like
Yeah, yeah.
sort of like it's a classic underdog story,
True, yeah.
right? Of like this team coming out of nowhere, beating everybody, and they beat Barcelona with 4-2.
Yeah, and
Was that at home?
Yeah, Barcelona. And so we gave a player. He plays defense, Eric. And he's playing for. He went for loan with
Okay.
them, and he's winning now. Like they're on top of the league, dude. That's so yeah, it's so sad.
Well, yeah, sad for Barcelona, but
Yeah,
cool for Girona, and
true, true.
let's see if they can make it and get it over the line
Yeah,
and win the league if they can. Yeah,
I hope so. Yeah,
that would be pretty cool. Anyway, but yeah, the Guardiola again. Apologies because do not know how to pronounce his name. The first name is it Pere Guardiola.
just don't.
Never mind.
We miss
Never mind.
Judah, please.
Never mind. And then of course City Football Group. Those are sort of the
Yeah.
two. The two. It seems to be the winning formula. Guardiola and City Football Group seems to be like a match that like it just works. Anyway. Okay. In other news, Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7 as they call him, finished the year 2023 as the world's top scorer with I think 54 goals.
Yeah, 54. Yeah,
And that's the fifth time that he has done that
Yeah.
in his career.
yeah. It's Saudi, so what do you expect?
But hey, that is actually an interesting point. So does that mean like he went there so he can just continue to score goals?
For sure, yeah. He he was benched in United. So bad.
But hey, you know he
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
it wasn't Haaland, it wasn't Mbappe, it was him finishing the
yeah.
year with 54 goals.
Yeah,
So that's pretty cool.
Good. Yeah, he's still doing good job. Yeah,
Yeah, scoring. And yeah, that might be why, you know, he went to a league
yeah,
where he could continue to start, continue to play and score goals and you know, he keeps wanting to break records
yeah.
and do stuff that he can keep doing. So,
True.
yeah, credit to him, I guess.
And
It's a
even
cool thing.
Benzema couldn't. He's not playing good currently,
Oh, really?
and he's having tough time.
Oh,
So
wow, I didn't know that.
in that, he can play. He could score 54 goals. It's
Wow,
pretty
yeah.
good thing. So yeah,
That's pretty cool. Anyway, moving on. Wayne Rooney. Speaking of another former United striker or forward, Wayne Rooney got sacked by his club Birmingham City after 15 matches, and in the 15 matches he had only won 2.
and his goal was to bring the team back to Premier League. Dude, that's crazy.
The thing is, I don't think Rooney has.
Was he trying to put them down? Oh man,
Yeah,
I think they
he's-
were fifth, and now they're like.
Oh yeah, when he took over, they were 5th.
15th, yeah. So sad, man. Dang.
The thing is, wait, were they 5th?
Yeah,
15th, 5th.
before he came in at fifth, yeah.
Oh my gosh. The thing is, I don't think Rooney's had a good record with any of the teams he's managed.
Yeah.
And so it makes me wonder, is Rooney like meant to manage, you know, get like teams, or is he just not management material? I don't know the answer to that, honestly, but the numbers don't lie. I mean, every team he's gone to, he got sacked. So it makes you wonder,
man.
like, dude, maybe we need to take a break or
Yeah.
just not do this and
He needs
find a
to.
different thing.
And he had a good career. Just take a break, bro. Chill, relax. Chill, man.
You don't think he should manage?
No, I mean, like, why ruin your name, bro? Just
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. And yeah, that's a good point.
sad.
2 matches that he
So
won in
sad.
15. Anyway, that was a sad thing for Wayne Rooney. Obviously, it's always sad when somebody loses their job, you
Yeah.
know. But this seemed like it was building up. And so Birmingham City had enough, and yeah, they called it. Anyway, that's that. In sort of other news, sort of local news for us, there was sort of like a surprise thing. Holland was hanging out kind of in our backyard in Al Barsha.
Man.
Erling Haaland in Barca. Who would have thought?
No, no,
Can you imagine
no.
some dude just walking down Barca and just like,
Al-Basha.
I don't know, like drinking, juice or whatever, and walking around the metro and then be like, yo, it's Holland.
Dude, that's the craziest place to be.
Yeah.
So weird. Yeah, I mean, he's crazy, dude. That's the only thing I
He's a
would say.
crazy dude. That's true.
Yeah, I hope he had fun. Al-Basha.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but yeah. Maybe he's having a shawarma or something. There's a bunch of those restaurants there, so maybe he's just kind of like looking for the perfect shawarma in Al Barsha. Or he's taking the metro, who knows? Anyway, but that was pretty cool to see videos of
Yeah.
Holland signing autographs, hanging around in Barsha. But anyway, hey, next time you're in our neck of the woods, Holland, give us a call. We'll hang out with you.
Oh man.
Anyway, so that's sort of just other stuff here and there that's happening in the world of football.
Yes.
Let's talk about some matches that are gonna come up
Yeah.
in the Premier League. Some big ones. We've got Newcastle versus Manchester City coming up.
Yep.
And we got Manchester United versus Tottenham coming up. There should be some good matches.
Yep.
I'm curious to see if Newcastle can kind of shake off that bad luck or bad mojo or whatever it is you want to call it. I wonder if they can shake that off against Manchester City and bring that A game. They've had trouble with injuries, but anyway, what do you think?
So Newcastle and City, both the teams, so the players are not leaving for the tournament.
Oh, okay.
So that's a pretty good thing. So, I mean, they could do it. It's gonna be a fun game. So I believe that's. But it's obvious. I feel City can put them down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. It is at Newcastle at St. James Park. So all the City fans will be sitting up there. So
yeah,
let's see what happens.
Let's see. Yeah.
So that's that match, and then of course Manchester United versus Tottenham. I don't know what to think in this one. Should we be like, okay, United are probably going to lose this match, so then which means United might end up winning the match, or is it the other way around? I don't know anymore.
You never know. Just
United is going to surprise us.
The time you don't watch the match of Manchester United, they'll be losing so badly, and sometimes they win. So it's so weird. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. But anyway, those are, I guess, some of the big matches coming up in the Premier League. I think that's it. I think that's all of the stuff we were going to talk about today, right?
Yep.
Thank you for joining me. Always a pleasure to have you. Always a pleasure to have your insight and most of all your sass and your jokes.
Thank you for having me. I know it's our first episode of the year.
Yeah, look at that. First episode of the year.
So honored. Thank you so much. And I remember the last episode, a lot of my friends were like, man, they were so happy to see me. And they've just been saying some weird comments. This man needs to stay.
I love it. No, like, I love it. So that's great. I keep more of those comments coming.
So
show Dennis love. That's great. I love it.
Well,
hopefully next time you can wear a proper jersey. Think of the right sport. No, that's fine. You wear any jersey. Judo wears rugby jerseys sometimes, I think, so it's totally fine. Good to represent sometimes.
Yes.
But anyway, thanks for being with me. Thank you for being with us on our first episode of the year. And let's keep going. Let's get to the end of the season. Let's see how the season ends. And yeah, maybe at some point we'll need to take a look at what our predictions were, because I think some of what predicted is way off. Especially the bottom, I think. Or maybe the bottom is correct. I don't know. But anyway. But let's see. Anyway, thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. As always, tell your friends if you have any football friends, and let us know in the comments how you feel like your team is doing, how you if you had any thoughts on Dennis's hot takes on stuff, and if you want to roast him, you can.
Please.
But anyway, thanks for being with us, guys. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. Cheers.